YouTube, what is good? Today it is still Thursday. We just dropped an episode of What's Shipping that I just put on YouTube, but we have so many orders today that I gotta start onto the new episode, so we're just gonna jump right into it on What's Shipping. The first item we have here is a size 9 Nike Shox TL. This shoe is really nice, man. Really nice shoe. Really good colorway, obviously all black, goes with anything, comfortable. These retailed, I'm not sure, retail isn't on the box, but I think they retail for about $160. These sold on eBay for $100, and even the guy on eBay kept asking questions like, are there defects? Are these real? Because he couldn't believe they're only going for $100, but hey, that's what they're going for. I'm not going to sell them much more than that because they're going for 100, 120. So that's what's first on What's Shipping, and these are heading to Texas. Next up on What's Shipping, we got this pair of Nike Air Mawars heading to New Jersey. Craziest thing about this shoe, man, these actually, like, I accidentally pressed a fire extinguisher and it went all over, like, everything, including this shoe, which I'm now realizing is in the shoe. So hopefully the dust comes off and I could ship these out because they gotta go out by tomorrow. So that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next on What's Shipping, we got this pair of Air Jordan 3 Black Cement. These are the new Nike Air version. These are pre-owned in a size 12. These are heading to Brooklyn. These sold for about $150 or so. So this is definitely not a bad deal for a classic silhouette that looks better with age. And that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next on What's Shipping, we got this Nike LeBron 12. This is the low top edition. I believe this might be the Olympic or gold medal or something like that. These are heading to El Paso, Texas. And these only sold for about $100. Which isn't too bad, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Last but not least for the day, we have a pair of Air Jordan 1s. These Air Jordan 1s are heading to Memphis, Tennessee. I've had this pair up on eBay for quite some time now. We had them up there for about $350. They are pre-owned, but the size, 8.5, very hard to find size. I believe brand new they're going for about $450. So we fielded a lot of offers. Finally, someone just clicked that buy it now and actually paid. So shouts to that guy for clicking the buy it now and actually paying. And this pair right here is heading to Memphis, Tennessee. And that's what's next on What's Shipping. Back again, I forgot this last order. This was a Venmo sale. Remember, we take Venmo, Zelle. We don't take Cash App. I don't know why they shut me down, but anyway, we don't scam over here. We ship everything out. We got this off-white hoodie in the other day. Honestly, I usually don't buy off-white hoodies and clothing because it's like really expensive and I just feel like it'd be hard to sell. But this sold right away. So this is heading to Independence, Ohio for around 200, a little more than 200 shipped. And that's what's next on What's Shipping. YouTube, what's good? Happy Friday. I'm going to start off this What's Shipping pretty quickly because we got a lot of stuff to pack up today. First up, we got this racing jacket. As you can see, it's a Dodge jacket. Grab life by the horns. This was, I guess, a thrift pickup that someone brought into the store and traded in for some store credit. This is heading to Texas, and that's what's first on What's Shipping. YouTube, what's good? Back with some What's Shipping. Here we got some LeBron Palmers. Don't really remember what number LeBrons these are. I believe they're 12 lows or 13 lows, whatever. These are a size 9.5. They're heading to Arkansas for about $45. I remember when this sneaker released, I rushed to the mall to get it. Retail was $200. I should have just got rid of them, man, because they quickly went down in price and were quickly going for retail or below. So this is a nice little steal, I guess. These are heading to Arkansas. Next up on What's Shipping, I got this pair of regular Jordan brand shorts in a 2XL. The other day I realized I have a lot of shorts just sitting in a box and I need to sell some. So I put these up on eBay. They sold for about $35 shipped. These are heading to San Antonio, Texas, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Second up, we got what was somewhat of a surprise to me. A friend of mine came in and traded in a lot of size 60 jerseys. Obviously these jerseys are awesome, but they're size 60. So it made me kind of nervous that I wouldn't be able to sell any, but thankfully I already was able to sell a couple. This Gary Payton, as well as this old Denver jersey, are heading to Boston. Someone purchased both of these jerseys. That's what's next on What's Shipping. This pair right here are some Air Jordan 6 infrareds. the newest version with the Nike Air on the back. These are brand new, just tried on, and these are heading to California. Sadly, because obviously shipping to California is going to cost me about 20 bucks because it's a pretty big box. But hey, it is what it is, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. YouTube, what is good? Happy Friday, back with some What's Shipping. Today we got only a few orders to drop off at GOAT, so we're gonna go through what we got dropping off today. The first order to drop off are these 2014, I believe, Air Jordan 6 Carmines. Such a classic sneaker, such a classic colorway. This pair is pre-owned. These sold for around 200 used, which isn't too bad because brand new they go for like 354. Here we got an interesting sneaker. This is the Yeezy 350 V2 Beluga 2.0. Now this sneaker brand new goes for like 556 plus. The problem is, my experience with used pairs is they just sit here, they don't really sell. You'd be lucky if you get 350 for them. So that's usually what I try to get for the used pairs. And in my opinion, they'll probably restock at some point because I feel like every Yeezy has restocked at some point. Here we got a nice red Nike box. These are the Nike Zoom Rookie Galaxies. This is the re-retro of them. Obviously, when they were first out, they were going for a lot of money. The re-retro version does not go for too much. This is a gently worn size 8. I believe I only took like 160 for these, something very light. Last but not least, for today's drop off, we have this Air Jordan 1 size 14 Shatter Backboard 3.0, brand new. These I actually got for around retail price, 150, and we sold them for about 2. So not the biggest flip, not the smallest flip, but hey, a flip's a flip, and you know, it's hard to sell size 14 stuff. So that's how I'm starting off my Friday. I'll be back later with a lot of stuff that I gotta pack up and ship out. And that's what's next on What's Shipping. YouTube, what is good? Today is Saturday. It's a really crummy day outside. Raining, windy, cold. I'm here super early. It's a little after 9 a.m. I got a lot of stuff to ship out. So we're gonna start off What's Shipping like this. Here we got some black cement 3s, Nike Air on the back. As you can see, obviously one of the best sneakers ever. I've said it once and I'll say it again. These are heading to Illinois. Gently worn, pretty good condition. So he should be happy with these. And that's what's first on What's Shipping. Next up we got this Mike Bibby Authentic, size 56. This one is heading to Oregon, I believe, to head overseas. For some reason, a lot of my jerseys, NBA especially, they get sold to people who ship them overseas to China, Japan, wherever. So that's cool. This one's heading overseas, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next up on What's Shipping, I got these Way of Wades. I used to have a lot of these back in the day. They really were hard for me to sell. It's a really good quality sneaker, but I guess now this pair might be a little more rare. I actually wore these personally a lot and put them up on eBay, and I got around 60 bucks for them. So these guys are heading to Cali, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next on What's Shipping, we got this pair of beater Air Jordan 11 lows, UNC Carolina blue colorway. Funny story about these, I've had them up for 100 bucks. I've gotten offers of 75, 85. I declined them, and I was thinking like, man, I should have just accepted those offers. And then this morning I woke up and they were sold for 100. So I guess it's good I did decline those offers. These are heading overseas via the global shipping program, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next up on What's Shipping, we got this pretty clean, pretty cool, bright pair of Nike Vomero 5s. This pair is worn with no box. These sold for around 50 bucks. I had them up there for roughly a week, and these are heading to Ohio. So shout out to Ohio, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. YouTube, what is good? Back with some What's Shipping. Today we got this cool khaki, I guess you can call it, Supreme backpack. I've already spoke about these Supreme backpacks. These are like my favorite ones, to be honest. I personally use one. A lot of pockets on the inside. Just a nice backpack. I think this came out about 1.5, 2 years ago, something like that. These bags, brand new, go for $250 to $300. This one sold for about $170 shipped. So this is heading to Florida. Again, we got PayPal gifted to buy this bag, and obviously we're shipping it out. We don't scam. We take Venmo, Zelle, PayPal gift. Just be careful Obviously, you never want to PayPal gift, Venmo, or Zelle somebody you don't know. But if it's a legitimate business, I mean, just do your due diligence, do your research, and better be safe than sorry. But shouts to the dude who PayPal gifted us on this. This is heading to Florida, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Last but not least on this segment of What's Shipping, we got this beautiful Mitchell & Ness, Deion Sanders, San Francisco 49ers limited edition jersey. This has been up there for a while now, and obviously it's sold now that it is about to be the Super Bowl. You know, it's funny, the guy committed to buy this. It took him days to buy it, and then when he finally pays, he says, oh, this has to be here by Thursday. It's like, bro, if you really needed it by Thursday, why didn't you pay the day you committed to buy it? But hey, I'm going to get it to him by Thursday anyway. I'm just saying, sometimes people don't think, if you ask me. Anyway, really nice piece. Should be a nice piece to wear for the Super Bowl party or whatnot. Pro Bowl party. Nice 75 patch right there. Really cool piece. So this one right here is heading to Georgia. And that's what's next on What's Shipping. YouTube, what is good? Today is January 28th. 2 days ago, tragically, one of the best basketball players of my generation and of, you know, all time, tragically died in a helicopter crash, and that was Kobe Bryant, as well as his daughter Gigi Bryant. You know, it's a very sad tragedy, and for some reason it's really got me messed up for the last couple of days, I can't lie. You know, one of the things though that I can take from this is to really have that Mamba mentality and really work hard, because that's what Kobe would want anyone to do, is work hard, you know, do everything for your family. One thing that I realized quickly was that, you know, Kobe had all the money in the world, right? And, you know, he couldn't stop death. He couldn't stop a helicopter crash. You know, it's sad that I'm looking at things like that, but to me it's something to look at, because it shows you that love and family are extremely important, whereas money is not as important. Another thing I want to mention is the market for Kobe items right now. You know, I can't lie, as a businessman, as an economics major, as a person who sells sneakers, vintage clothing, jerseys, toys, etc., etc., basketball memorabilia, one of the first things that popped into my head was how much more money Kobe items would go for. And quickly it kind of went in one ear and out the other, because I decided that I don't care how much money his stuff is going to go for. You know, I'm not trying to profit off another man's demise, and I'm not going to do that in this store. And as a self, as a human being, I'm not going to do that. So everything that I have Kobe, everything that I find Kobe, will be on some sort of display for people to appreciate in this store. I'm not really going to go crazy trying to find stuff to resell for astronomical prices, because I just wouldn't feel right about it. So, with all that being said, let's start off the first segment of the day of What's Shipping. First up on What's Shipping, we got this Kappa jacket. I'm actually pretty happy this Kappa jacket sold, because honestly, after I bought it, I was just like, man, why am I buying new age Kappa jackets? Like, that wasn't a good buy. But, you know, it did sell. I probably didn't get as much as I wanted, but hey, it is what it is. I think I made 10 bucks on it. Sold it for about 50 plus shipping, and this is heading to California, and that's what's first on What's Shipping. Next up on What's Shipping, we got this majestic David Wright jersey. Got the nice patch on the sleeve. This one was a size 56. I sold it for pretty cheap. This one is heading to New York, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next up on What's Shipping, we got this really cool looking North Face jacket. Sadly, this is a women's jacket, but it fits kind of like a men's small. I had this up on eBay quite a while now. It wasn't selling, it wasn't getting any offer, so I dropped the price. When I dropped the price, I got a decent offer, something I felt was good enough to accept, and I accepted it. This pretty cool jacket is heading to CT. I've been, you know, slacking a little bit on the orders lately, so a lot of people have been messaging me, hey, is it shipping out, is it shipping out? Yes, it's shipping out. So this one's heading to CT, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next up on What's Shipping, we got this pretty cool throwback starter Hornets jacket. This guy right here is heading to New York. It's a really cool jacket. It just wasn't in the best condition, so I sold this for about $35 plus shipping. Again, really cool jacket. Could use a wash, so I'm not too mad about the $35. This one is heading to New York, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. YouTube back with some What's Shipping. This pair right here, some Air Jordan 11 Retro Low, size 10, cherry, aka red, aka whatever you want to call them. These guys are pre-owned, pretty good condition. These are heading to California for about $170 plus shipping, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. YouTube, what is good? Next on What's Shipping, we got this Converse J.W. Anderson sneaker, glitter eyes, gold, silver on one side. Somehow I always end up with like these weird J.W. Anderson collab Converses. They kind of sell, so I'm not really too mad about it. I just gotta sell them at a good price, and if I can't sell them at a good price, I won't buy them, because I only can sell them at a cheap, good price. So these are heading to Washington. Surprisingly, they sold for about $85, which I was happy with, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next up on What's Shipping, we got this really cool, old school Hardwood Classics warm-up. This New York Knicks warm-up is heading to New York. This is a size 56. It sold for actually $100, which was pretty cool. So this guy found a new home, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next up on What's Shipping, we got these pretty cool Adidas Ultra Boosts. These, I believe, are the Woodstock colorway or something like that. Really cool sneaker. Surprisingly, these aren't going for too much. These are lightly worn. These sold for about $160, and they are heading to Rhode Island. And that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next up on What's Shipping, we got this pair of Nike Air Vapor Max Pluses. This is a size 9. These are heading to Edison, New Jersey. Really cool colorway, man. These only sold for $75. Very, very, very lightly worn. I guess, you know, Nike, just like a lot of things, they make a sneaker, they make too many colors. Eventually, the sneaker goes down in value because they make too many colors. The other thing that Nike does is stop putting these Vapor Max bottoms on everything. It doesn't work with every sneaker. It's not comfortable. And that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next up on What's Shipping, we got this pair of Sauconys Shadows. You know, something cozy, regular. And they are heading to Florida for $35. Not mad. It is what it is. That's what's next on What's Shipping. Next up on What's Shipping, we got this pair of Adidas Ultra Boosts. These are an all white pair of Ultra Boosts. These are pre-owned, size 10.5. These sold for about $135, and they're heading to California. Again, this sneaker used to go for a lot of money. It probably goes for a decent amount brand new, but I feel like Adidas made way too many Ultra Boosts, way too many colorways, and that's why they're pretty easy to find now for a pretty decent price. And that's what's next on What's Shipping. YouTube, what's good? Back with some What's Shipping today. We have an Air Jordan 8 SE. Very interesting sneaker here, guys. Boom. There we have it. I forget exactly where these released or how they released, but I do know they were like $220 retail, and you know, they're a little out there. These are tried on, passes new, and these are heading to Massachusetts for $125. Shouts to the dude who ordered these. Again, we take Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, gift, and of course we do not scam. So these are heading out today, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. YouTube, what is good? Back with some What's Shipping today. Our next pair on the list is this Air Jordan 13 Low Brave Blue. I actually like this sneaker a lot. I have this sneaker in my size. It's a good shoe, man. I know a lot of people don't like low tops. I think this is a good colorway. Classic shoe. These are heading to Florida for about $100 plus shipping, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. YouTube, back again with some What's Shipping. Here we got a pair of Air Jordan shorts. These are heading out to Texas. As you can see, back in the day, Air Jordan shorts were a lot baggier. That's how everyone wore them. These sold to someone in Texas. He found this pair after he bought a pair from me the other day. So clearly people are looking for shorts, especially these are 2XL, which are probably harder to find. So these guys right here are heading to Texas, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. YouTube, what's good? Back again with some what's shipping. Here we have a Barcelona, nice little Nike dry fit, I believe, piece. You know, nice little jacket. I'm kind of surprised it sold, to be honest. This one is heading to North Carolina. Sold for roughly 50 bucks, which I'm not too upset about, that's for sure. Wasn't really sure I'd get anything for these. So, hey, I'll take it. And that's what's next on What's Shipping. Let's start off today's What's Shipping segment. This stack right here, these are all going to go. We're going to drop these off today and hopefully be paid out by tonight. Next on What's Shipping, we got this Air Jordan 6, size 9.5. Here we have the Tinker Alternates. These are brand new and they sold for about retail $190. Not a bad sneaker, pretty cool colorway. So this is what's next on What's Shipping. Next on What's Shipping, we got what I think is a real sleeper, to be honest with you. The Ray Allen 7. This is a lightly worn pair, sold for about 100 bucks. This is actually my size, but I have a new pair, so I'm not gonna wear these. Anyway, this pair sold for about 100 bucks, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next up on What's Shipping, we got this Nike Air Foamposite Pro. These are the Silver Surfer editions. I know a few Silver Surfers. Obviously the Silver Surfer from the comic books, and the Silver Surfer Max B. If you don't know, you should know. Anyway, these were 10.5, very light wear, sold for about $1.50, which I think is a really good deal. But hey, that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next on What's Shipping, we got a sneaker that I actually get in pretty often, the Air Jordan 12 Bordeaux, Bordeaux, whatever you want to call them. It makes sense why they come in often. It's a very interesting colorway, kind of hard to match. These sold for a little over 100 bucks, pre-owned, size 8.5, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next on What's Shipping, we got an Air Jordan 4, size 8. Here we have the Toro Bravo edition. Now, if you guys remember in 2013 when this sneaker came out, it came out the same day as the Shadow 1. Everybody wanted these, no one really wanted Shadow 1, so I easily picked up 2-3 pairs of Shadow 1s for myself. Quickly we realized what sneaker really went up, what sneaker still went up. I mean, these really went up. These brand new go for a lot. But, you know, the whole one bubble just got crazy. So, still a really rare sneaker. One of the best ways to find out if your pair is real or fake is this back tab. On the fake pairs, it's very flimsy. On the real pairs, it's, as you can see, a bit harder to bend back. So, these sold for a little under $250, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. These are brand new in the box. I'm honestly not going to open this slide out box and take out the red thing and blase blah. Y'all know what the shoe looks like. That's what's next on What's Shipping. Hope everybody has a good day. I'll be back later with more eBay orders. Peace! YouTube, back again with some What's Shipping. First order we got is going to the Bronx, New York. Here's a size 10. These are beat, man. Definitely some beaters. Definitely sold them for about 20, 25 bucks. But hey, it is what it is. These are heading to the Bronx, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next up on What's Shipping, we got this pretty cool Michelin-esque jersey shirt, Dominique Wilkins, Atlanta Hawks. To be honest, I paid about $25 for this. I sold it on eBay for about $35. Probably made no money, probably wasn't worth buying. But sometimes you make those mistakes, and sometimes you realize stuff that you should buy and shouldn't buy. This, probably I shouldn't have bought it, or at least if I did buy it, I should have waited until I got a better offer. But honestly, it is what it is. This is heading to Georgia, and that's what's next on What's Shipping. Next on What's Shipping, we got this cool pair of Puma Cell Venoms, or something like that, I believe they're called. I personally think this is a really cool silhouette. It's a nice looking sneaker. It's heavy, cool design, looks comfortable. But hey, they don't really go for much. These sold for about 50 or 40 bucks plus shipping, and they're heading to Newark, New Jersey. And that's what's next on What's Shipping. YouTube, what is good? Today is Thursday. We are going to finish off this episode of What's Shipping with these last few items. So, to start off, we have this very cool Vancouver Grizzlies Mike Bibby Adidas Swingman. Really cool jersey. I believe they sell these at Champs and stuff like that. This is worn, but sold for a decent dollar online. This jersey is heading to Wisconsin, and that's what's first on the day for What's Shipping. Next on what's shipping, I have an item that's been sitting on the rack for a while now, and I finally put it on eBay yesterday, and literally within 3 hours I got a decent offer that I felt was nice enough to accept. We got this really cool Nike vest. It's like a fleece vest with this cool Volt hood that hides. Really cool piece, man. Someone found this for about 48 bucks, and this is heading to California, and that's second on the day in what's shipping. Next on what's shipping, we got this pair of Kyrie 2s, kind of a beater pair, size 10. This pair has been sitting in the back for a minute now. Has this weird dog lace thing on it. Whatever, pretty cool. Anyway, still some traction there. These sold for about 45, and that's what's next on what's shipping. And the last item going out on this episode of what's shipping happens to be a Lakers Mitchell & Ness Shaquille O'Neal jersey. This jersey sold last night. We had it up for a pretty cheap price. Retail on this jersey is 300 bucks. I think we sold it for a little over 100. This is heading to Kentucky, I believe. Let me just double check that. Yes, Kentucky. Seems to be heading to some type of sports store, which is cool. You know, it is what it is. If they can sell this for more there, or they can get it autographed and sold or framed, whatever, that's cool. I'm not knocking anybody for doing that. So, you know, nice piece. This reminds me of Shaq and Kobe back in the day. So, this is the last item on what's shipping, and this is heading to Kentucky. I hope you guys liked the episode. If you did, please comment, like, and subscribe. It would be much appreciated. See you guys on the next episode. Peace!